Zeal Education Society, redefining excellence.
Hello friends, I am Professor Shweta Yadav from Department of Electrical Engineering from Zeal College of Engineering and Research. In today's lecture, we will see single phase full wave rectifier with bridge circuit. Okay, so here this is also called as a single wave full wave bridge rectifier. So the name indicates that we will use a bridge of 4 diodes over here, but load will be resistive as well as inductive load. Okay, so let's draw a circuit for it. So this is an input signal, sine signal will be given to the primary winding. So this will be a secondary signal. Secondary winding here. And I will draw here first of all bridge of 4 diodes. So this is diode 1, this is another diode, this is another diode, and this is the last diode. And here will be the output side. So I will connect to this one branch, and for another branch here will be connection, and here I will connect both loads, that is resistive and inductive. So this is resistance, this is inductance. So this will be diode 1, this will be diode 3, diode 2 and diode 4. Okay, so voltage across this diode will be VD1, voltage across this diode will be VD3, VD4 and VD2, and here we will take an output voltage V0. Current flowing through this will be I0. Input wave will be Vs is equal to Vm sin omega t. Okay, and suppose I will consider this as a point A, this as a point B. So this is operation of this circuit is same like how we have seen in full wave bridge rectifier having R load. Okay, so here also we will have an input wave, okay, of Vm sin omega t. So suppose here I will draw an input wave. First of all I will draw here will be Vs, okay, which will be showing an input wave. Then we will take V output, okay. Then we will take voltage across D1 and D4, which will be simultaneously and which will be equal. Then as we have taken a voltage across D1 and D4, similarly we will take from D3 and D2. So VD3 and VD2. Then last we will take current IO. So this will be pi, 2 pi and 3 pi. So we will take distance of pi radians. So now for the input sine wave, so this is my input sine wave Vs here. So for the positive, then negative half cycle, then again positive half cycle. Okay, peak value is Vm. Okay, So for the positive half cycle here, okay, so this will be positive negative, secondary will be also positive negative, and as secondary will be positive, so this terminal A here will be plus and this terminal B will be minus. So as this terminal A will be plus, so here diode D1 will be in, here it will be the plus that is positive, and here will be plus. Similarly for D3 also, here will be minus, here will be minus. So by observing this, we will come to know that our D1 is forward biased, but D3 is not forward biased, it is reverse biased, because here on the positive terminal of diode there is negative polarity, and so this will be reverse biased. Again D2 here is positive, okay, so as I have told that D2 is positive, here the inverting terminal is positive, so this will be again reverse biased, and D4 here is negative, means here will be positive, so this will be in a forward biased. So if I will draw this bridge in a circuit way, sorry, so in a switch way, so suppose this is first, this is second, so here D1 will be in conducting state, okay, so this will be forward bias, D3 will be not forward bias, so D1, D3, so this will be closed, acting like a closed switch and open switch. So again here D2 will be an open switch and D4 will be an closed switch, okay. So now what will happen here, due to D1 and D4 acting like a closed switch, here is a positive and here is negative, so current will flow from positive to negative, and so it will go from here, it will go, I will show in this diagram, it will go from here, it will wait here. On this node there will be two divergence, but here as this is an open switch, it will not go on this branch, it will go further from this load, again it will come at this node. On this node also there are two divergence, but here switch is open, so all current will flow from D4, and in this way it will complete a circuit, okay. So from A to B it will complete a circuit, okay. So if I will be showing in this by dotted lines, so D1 to D4 and from this to B, okay. So from this red lines will show that current IO will flow through this, okay. So at that time our voltage V0, so current IO will be flowing in the same direction as that of so current will be flowing in the same direction, and so output voltage will be same as that of positive output or positive input here, okay. So here it will be Vm, okay. Now we will see for the negative half cycle. So for negative half cycle I will be showing in a blue pen. So for negative half cycle it will be minus plus minus plus, so here will be negative half cycle, okay. So consider first of all, before showing negative half cycle, when I was in a positive half cycle here plus minus, at that time A was positive and B was negative, so this voltage we were calling as a VAB, okay. At that time D1 and D4 were conducting, but D3 and D2 were open, okay. Why? Because voltage VBA, okay, now voltage VBA was inverse of this, okay. So here it was VBA voltage, as VAB was positive, at that time VBA was negative voltage on the other two diodes, okay. So this is VBA, okay. And so for when D1 and D4 was conducting, we said that it is VAB, voltage VAB, okay. Now for the negative half cycle, minus and plus, here my A will be negative, my B will be positive. So if my A is negative, here D1 will be negative, D3 will be here positive, D4 this terminal will be positive, and D2 this terminal will be negative, okay. So now see which diodes are in a forward bias. D1 is not in forward bias, D3 is in a forward biased, D4 is again not in a forward biased, and D2 is in a forward bias. So if I will draw the switch diagram here, then these are two switches. sorry, I have shown all open, D1, D3, D2 and D4. So here, as I have told that D1 will be reverse bias, so this will be open, D3 will be closed here, okay, D3 will be closed here, okay, and D4 will be again reverse bias, so it will be open, and D2 will be closed here, so this both will be closed. Okay. So in this diagram I will show first of all in switch diagram. So now A is negative, B is positive. So the current will flow from positive to negative. So current will flow from here. Here also there will be two divergence, but as switch is open, all current will flow from this load and it will come here on this node. Again D4 switch is open, so all current will pass from here to this negative terminal A. So in this diagram, if we will show that from B, current will flow from D3 through this load from D2 to this A. Okay, and in this way it will complete a path from B to A, and so this is called as a VBA, and again another will be VAB. So in this way we have got an output wave which is full wave rectified, okay, due to this voltage between VAB and VBA. Okay, so we will see what will be the voltage across these diodes D1 and D4. So for the first half cycle, we have seen for the first half cycle D1 and D4 was closed. Okay, so for first half cycle D1 and D4 was closed. So when there is closed, that is conduction is there, so voltage across D1 and D4 was 0. And for the next half cycle they were open, and so here voltage will be now minus Vm. Okay, so voltage will be minus Vm, not minus 2 Vm. Again for the next half cycle it will be 0. Similarly voltage across D3 and D2, so here voltage across D3 and D2, so D3 and D2 were conducting, okay, and so were not conducting for the first half cycle, sorry, they were not conducting, D3 and D2 were not conducting for the first half cycle. So here as they were not conducting, output was minus Vm, and then voltage was 0 for the next half cycle, because for the next half cycle they were conducting D2 and D3 and D2, and again it will repeat. Okay, and now current flowing through this branch will be always constant, and if else our voltage gets decreased also, but due to this inductance and time constant of inductance is more, our current will be continuous here. Okay, so there is no difference between center tap full wave bridge rectifier RL load and this full wave bridge rectifier. Only difference is peak inverse voltage. So for center tap RL load, peak inverse voltage was minus 2 Vm, and for full wave bridge rectifier it is peak inverse voltage is only minus Vm. So if you will observe, then this circuit is much better, because whenever diode is not in conducting state, at that time voltage on that diode is much more in center tap, that is twice, but in full wave bridge rectifier it is only minus Vm. So there are less chances to get circuit damage or diode damage due to this, as they are semiconductor devices. So less voltage will be applied when they are not in a conducting state, it will be better. So now we will see performance parameter. So actually all these performance parameter are same for single phase full wave bridge rectifier with RL load and center tap full wave bridge rectifier having RL load. So you may refer this from our another video, that is center tap RL load. So performance parameter for this both are all same, except this PIV, that is peak inverse voltage for center tap is minus 2 Vm, and for full wave bridge rectifier it is minus Vm. Only this is the difference. So I hope students you have understood this lecture, and thank you for watching this video.
Zeal Education Society, redefining excellence.